You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by a fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could ever desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to and love. So under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above.
Well, my name's Walt Baumgartner, and I'm a Boise City employee at Public Works, and I'd like to be here in 20 years, for one thing. But in fact, I've lived in Boise pretty close to 20 years now, and I've spent 18 years as a city employee in Public Works. I've seen this city go through a lot of growth, particularly in my role working with small businesses in this community. As I look at this scene, what I want to see in 20 years, I want to be able to see those foothills. I don't want to see it encumbered with houses and streets all the way to the top, like we see in other parts of the country. I don't want to see it overbuilt. And more importantly, I want to be able to see it on a good day without air obstruction. I think that air quality is the single biggest problem we're going to face in this community in the next decade. We have got to get some things figured out with regard to improving the air quality and taking care of mass transit. It's going to take political will, and it's going to take, more importantly, it's going to take the will of the citizens to want to ensure that their community stays safe and vibrant and maintains that good quality of life that has brought us all here. I want to see a vibrant downtown with a lot of folks living down there. As we see some of this condominium and residential building going on that's just started in the downtown core, I think when you get 5,000-6,000 people or more maybe living in the downtown core, it's going to be a significant driver for change. It'll take time, but that's what I'd like to see. Way more people living downtown, a vibrant city core.
My name's Nikki Waihia, and I've lived in Boise for 30 years. And what I'd like to see for Boise is, I'd like to see in the next 20 years is an arboretum to be developed like they have in Spokane, Washington, a place where people can go and relax with trees.
In 20 years, I'm a real big baseball fan, and minor leagues is great, but in 20 years from now, a Major League Baseball team would be awesome. The population is growing, and maybe a Major League Baseball team that maybe we can root for here in town would be just an awesome thing to see, so that our kids can grow and really build a relationship with a pro team here. That would just be awesome.
My name is Molly Quinn. I'm 18 years old, and I graduated from Boise High in 2006. I currently attend UC Santa Barbara, and I'm focusing in psychology right now. I've lived in Boise since I was 6, so I consider it my hometown. To me, Boise is such a great place that in 20 years I would love to see a lot of things stay the same. One of those things is the small town feel, the way it feels, that I rarely go somewhere, drive somewhere without seeing someone that I know and waving to someone in my car, yet we have everything that I could ever want or need that a big city has, and that feel is something that I would love to see the same. I would love to see the look of the city, that it's really clean, stay the same. I never notice it until I get out of Boise that we live in such a clean city on the streets and the parks, and it's something we take for granted, but in 20 years I'd really like to see that remain the same. In order for me to come back here as a 38-year-old, I would like to see a job that is stable and well-paying, which are two things that I'm not sure if are existing right now. The foothills are something that I think I and a lot of other people take for granted. We look in the morning, we wake up and they're there and they're beautiful, but it's not something that's going to stay the same without a little bit of activeness from the population, from the city. People want to see the foothills stay the same, and it's going to require some preservation on their part, and I would just like to see them not totally developed. I want to be able to wake up and look out and see the hills and see nature. I think my generation's really open to that kind of transportation, I guess, because we've been out, we've been to other places, we've seen how well it works, and I think coming home to a system like that would just be natural to us. I think we'd be totally open, ready to use it, ready to love it, and something that would only have positive benefits for the city and for its people.
Hi, I'm Renee Bieri, and I've lived in Boise for 28 years. And 20 years from now, I'd like to see Boise have a lot more pedestrian access, more green belts, more access for bikes.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Theory, and in the next 20 years, I'd like to see Boise develop a lot more and have some bigger buildings and a more variety for shopping, I'd say, and probably a larger music scene so we can have more better bands.
My name is Luke Studebaker. I've lived here for 18 years, all my life. I graduated from Boise High, class of 2007. Next year I'll be heading off to Yale University in Connecticut. I think as a 38-year-old, Boise is very attractive as it is right now. In 20 years, I don't really want Boise to change that much. I don't want the character of Boise to change that much. I think there's a lot of things that could change, and Boise can still retain the character that it has. I mean, it's sort of the place that no one really knows about, but once they come, they're always surprised and they're blown away by how wonderful this place is. We have the outdoors out our back door, and we have a city, but it's not a city. I mean, it's a hometown type of place. As a 38-year-old, I'd probably want it to be a place where I could raise a family. I fear people liking Boise from a professional standpoint. As a homeowner, going out to the outlying areas because they can get a more affordable 4-bathroom house. I think that the downtown could become a little more vitalized. There's always a lot of people downtown, but they don't live there. But if everyone lives there, there'll be about the same amount of people downtown, and that's their home.
You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by a fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I could ever desire. Under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice. You'd be paradise to come home to and love.